So today is a little bit different. It is slightly more of a tough love angle and meant from the best place possible, because I think there are some very important parts in this episode that need to be heard and need to be said. So I really hope that you take something from it. So always just let me know. Okay, so I'm going to open this one with a Tony Robbins quote. If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. Okay, we all want to change things, right? We want to live our best lives, be successful, not let the mindset gremlins get in the way of the things that we want to achieve, and to just feel happy and fulfilled, right? We all want growth in our lives. When we don't have it, when we don't grow, we become stagnant. You feel like you're living the same year over and over again. Or you're frustrated that nothing's moving forward in the way it could if you could just get out of your own way and get moving. I mean, all the evidence is there that it's possible, right? So why not for you? Okay, but we're all carrying on doing the same things and expecting different results. And unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. You have to decide, you make a decision and you move. Okay, so change comes with change. If I hadn't invested in myself and in my own change and transformation, I would categorically not be doing what I'm doing now. There is literally no chance. I'd probably have a lot less friends and a very unhappy husband as well. I would be the same old ear on a bad day, driving my friends and family utterly mad with my negativity. And that negativity and all those negative thought processes and negative beliefs would still be 100% controlling me and holding me back in my life. It would be stopping me from taking the chances, making me tell myself I can't, or I'm not good enough, or pretty enough, or thin enough, or clever enough, or just enough. It would keep me looking for those excuses, intentionally looking for excuses to give me a reason to quit before I could fail. I wouldn't believe that I was capable of all the things that I know now that I am 100% capable of. I know that because I wouldn't have even tried in the first place. Okay, I'd still be sitting there going, why me? Why does my life have to be this way? Looking at all those dreams I've had since I was a teenager, to be honest, saying, if only. I would be waiting for things to change, watching everyone else around me go after their dreams and using all the excuses under the sun as to why they could have it, but not me. Okay, but changing nothing in my behavior, my beliefs, my thinking, nothing. And guess what? If nothing changes, nothing changes. Okay? Change is not comfortable. All change and all growth requires getting uncomfortable. In order to grow, you have to try and do new things. It's a non-negotiable in all this. You can absolutely 100%, I know this to be true, you can change absolutely anything that you want to about your life, your personality, your circumstances, and even who you are. You just have to want it enough. Okay? So I hope you've all got a journal for today, because I've got a couple of exercises for you. Here's the exercise. In your journal, write down all the things you really want to do and really want to achieve. Yeah? Then I want you to write down all the reasons you are telling yourself you can't do it or have it. Okay? Look at your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, and things that you are telling yourself are obstacles. All right? It's important you get everything out there, everything down on paper. Then what I want you to do is look at that list and ask yourself, what small changes could I start making today that would get me that little bit closer? Yeah, even baby steps are steps in the right direction, but you have to take that first step. You have to analyze these thoughts, these beliefs, these stories that you're telling yourself. Ask yourself if it's true. You know, coaching is all about looking forward, moving forward. And this is such an important exercise. Have you had any opportunities recently that could have actually really changed things for you that you didn't take? Why did you not take it? Write it down. Write down these opportunities. Write down why you didn't take those opportunities. Was it to meet someone that could have been an important influence on your life? Or business help that you said no to because of the investment? Or the speaking gig you said no to because you were scared about getting on stage? The blog you didn't write because you were worried, what if someone doesn't write it? What stopped you? What were you afraid of? Once you have that baseline fear, now what I want you to do is ask yourself, what scares you about that? So if it's visibility, what scares you about visibility? If it's fear of being judged, what scares you about being judged? I want you to keep asking, and what scares you about that? And what scares you about that? And what scares you about that? Until you hit a little aha moment about what is actually going on for you, the real fear. Because once you've got the awareness of that, you can change freaking anything. Yeah? So are you scared of making an investment? When it's investments that we're scared of, and that first investment is super scary, when it is investments, it's very rarely anything to actually do with the investment at all. Often it comes down to a deeper fear of failure or a fear of success, many other fears. Could be anything. Really, really analyze what it is for you and what that will actually mean for us. What saying yes to the help, what saying yes to the opportunity could bring into our lives, you know, or it could be that fear that we're not worthy of the investment. My darling, you are worthy of everything you want and more. When you want something enough, you will find a way to make it happen. I've seen it countless times. You will find a way to make it happen. You just got to want it enough. So decision plus action equals change. Change is all about the action that you take. You cannot just sit there and wait for it to happen. You need to decide that enough is enough and decide that it's time for you. Ask yourself, how much do you actually want it? Really, truly, how much do you actually want what you're going after? How would you feel in 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years from now if you were still in the same place as you are, just wishing that things were different and waiting for it to happen to you? Yeah. When you take that first step towards the change, you will amaze yourself. I promise you. I know I've been there, done it, got the t-shirt several hundred times. Where I used to be was absolutely toxic for me, for people around me. And looking back, it's so clear to me that from that space, I never, ever, ever, ever would have been able to achieve anything. I would have been in a constant state of anxiety, negativity, and self-doubt, but also full to the brim of excuses and blame. And that's not a healthy place to be. That it's always someone else's fault or something else's fault. I was never looking at me and what I could do. I was playing the victim, and I never would have achieved anything from there. So here's another exercise for you. Write down all the things that you want to let go of in your life. Your thought processes, your beliefs, your stories, toxic people, write anything that you want to let go of in your life. Yeah, write down your stories and now write yourself a new one. What do you choose for yourself from now on? So if you had a story that you're not clever enough, write yourself a new story. I'm absolutely intelligent enough to be able to do X, Y, and Z. I know this because, write down the evidence, because you will have it. I promise you, you will have it. But awareness is the first key to change. I'm always saying this. I'm always saying awareness is the first key to change, hoping that it's going to all sink in. We need to drill down on what you want to change and bring it right into your conscious mind. Yeah, we need to get you walking towards your fears, not running away from them. It sounds counterintuitive, but this is what you need to do. And on that note, it's time for another Tony Robbins quote. Change happens when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change. It's time to face your challenges head on. How bad do things have to get for you to take that chance on yourself? How bad do you have to feel? How much do you have to beat yourself up before you take a chance on yourself? Make the investment, take the speaking gig, work with that coach, whatever it is, decide to make that change. You know, you're investing in yourself and your future. But it's a journey, okay? And this journey can be really super uncomfortable. I promise you, it can get super uncomfortable, but change is uncomfortable. You will be confronted on all the negative aspects of your life, all the things that you try and ignore or suppress, all the mindset gremlins that want to keep you stuck right where you're at because they think it's safer, all those traumas and stories you've told yourself that are causing you to think the way you do and believe the things about yourself that you believe. It is hard at first, but it is oh so worth it. You are not alone in this. Truly, you're not. It took me over 4 years of trying to do it on my own, and it does not need to take you that long. You just need to take that chance on yourself and lean on the people that can solve your problems, because there are countless people out there who can solve your problems. Okay, you don't have to do it on your own, so stop telling yourself you do. Remember, nothing changes unless you do. You just have to simply make the decision, take the action, and create the change. So what are you going to change? Yeah. And on that note, what I want to do is invite you, if this has resonated with you and there's something you've been hugely holding yourself back from, I want you to jump on a call with me, and I'll put the link in the notes, because here is one of those opportunities. If you want to see how you can move forward, how you can stop these mindset gremlins that are holding you back and stopping you from getting the things you want, here's an opportunity. Just hop on a call with me and let's see what we need to do to get you from A to B and get you where you want to go in a much quicker time frame, because you are not on your own. So I really hope that that has resonated with you and you found that helpful, and you can understand how unalone you actually are in all of this. We all have these horrible thoughts. We all have these moments of, I can't do it, I can't have that, I can't be that. But it doesn't have to stay your story. You can decide today that that doesn't have to be your story anymore. I really hope, I know this was a little bit more tough love than you're used to, but it's so important, because I see so many people on a day-to-day basis not taking the action, waiting and hoping for things to change, and it absolutely all can change, and I am living proof of that. Okay, so I want you to bear that in mind. And on that note, I hope you find that helpful, and I will see you next week. Bye.